Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Yaka, and I saw this posted by Aeromancer S for FW, so safe for work. Well, this guy is making his own independent game called Pure Onyx. He's beaten up with, of course, adult scenes. So, it's that kind of game. And yeah, I tried that game before and looks promising, but this guy has been calling out all of this fucking debunking of these payment processors, and when he's sharing us this article, the FTC have sent a warning to PayPal. So I need to make a point here. Don't get your hopes up too much, to be honest, but let's continue. Han sent a warning to PayPal, Stripe, Visa, and Mastercard over the banking lawful businesses. Lawful adult businesses have been financially targeted for years under the guise of quote-unquote reputation risk. The fucking activists that push this, they're obviously activism. Yeah, they can grieve and make a lot of money based on censorship because remember when it only happened on gaming with Anita Sarkeesian? She approached, oh, don't you know that this game can be actually racist and misogynist? But if you pay me money for this consultancy, I'm going to help you out. And that's how the fucking slippery slope started. And hasn't stopped ever since. But look at this. So if that is finally getting scrutiny, that's good news. I don't have too much hopes to be honest, but let's read this article. So yeah, we already read the headline. Washington Federal Trade Commission Chairman Andrew Ferguson sent letters on Thursday to the CEOs of PayPal, Stripe, Visa, and Mastercard, warning them against the banking practices, including denying access to services due to a customer's lawful business activities. At this point, the best option is, so we are talking about fair use, or being competitive. We need more payment processors. At least I have to say, Subscriber did a good move by making Bitcoin available. Depending how they actually help the creators moving forward without censorship, that's yet to be seen because it's still too soon. But I hope it gets into a positive direction. But anyway, quote unquote, it is consistent with American values. And I have to tell you this, it's not only American values. Payment processors have debunked a lot of businesses. Uh, all the fallout from Steam and Itch.io, they fucking debunk basically, and the platform also, a lot of creators in the entire world. Well, let's continue because I can assure you, Visa, Mastercard, PayPal, and Stripe are not up to American values, but more like globalist values, and if you know what I mean. But let's continue. To deny law abiding individuals the ability to run their legitimate business and feed their families because they attracted the ire of the rogue American officials. Now, look, man, this is not only for the US, it's across the entire world. A lot of people are being debunked by these fuckers. Overzealous activists, or more warningly, foreign governments seeking control public discourse. But you know what? That's truth. Collective shit, Straya, the UK, the European Union. You know them. Let's read this. Let's read. That's why President Trump, August 7 of the last year, executive order on the banking makes clear that it is unacceptable to the bank law-abiding citizens due to political affiliations, religious beliefs, or lawful businesses activities. But sadly, we have seen that executive order they're still managing their way to just say, oh, well, I'm going to find a loophole. I'm just going to continue what I'm doing. So it helped to some small businesses inside the US, that's true, but not where actually has been the most notorious part of censorship, which is anime, video games in general, hentai content, adult content, porn, all of that. Even when it can be easily processed, hentai and video games are just fucking pixels. Like that's the most safe from all of this. It's safer than porn because even going back to my previous example that it has been stated in the past how women that are not the 18 years old fake their age with false IDs and They decide to participate in the porn industry to make money faster and make themselves a fame. So get employed, but that's cheese pizza at the end of the day because just checking out the background of the person. But Visa, Mastercard, they attempted to go after those with Cornhub, but and also only fools, but only fools fought back, and because they saw all the money they were making, yeah, they stopped. Visa, Mastercard could have doubled down, but they saw the money they were making with real life women. That also we have seen that have happened for years. A lot of illegal activities like cheese pizza and oh man, yes, we have seen how hypocrites are these fuckers. So look, as XBS reported last year, the executive order prohibits banks, savings associations, credit unions, or other financial services providers from restricting access to accounts, loans, or other services on the basis of a customer lawful business activities that the financial service provider disagrees with or disfavors for political reasons. But yeah, they're still going to be happening because we have seen how these fuckers keep using them as reputational damage and they keep finding excuses. This shit could stop for those fucking biggest assholes from this planet by making them a public utility and make that public utility when it comes to trades within governments to keep remaining a public utility. And yeah, that's how you stop the fucking censorship. But we have seen that these fucking activists make money out of the censorship too. So yeah, when I'm going to stop here because it's just a recapitulation of we have already stated in the last years. And yes, don't get your hopes up because it all depends. If being public utilities is what's going to stop this shit. Because yeah, this madness has gone rampant far enough that and too long. Yeah, it's tiresome. Or you know what? Also, the alternative is like Bitcoin and other payment processors out there. Even Japan is just promoting their own with JCB because even that one's going to help them because we are seeing that they are not in the best economical position. But if that payment processors don't ban you for showing hentai, and also if they are discussing that law about removing the censorship of genitals in hentai, I'm all for it if that payment processors is just doing all the things correctly. But that's it. Thanks for watching and please take care.